right. Let's get Grumble going. Come on, Grumbly. Grumbly, Grumbly. There we go. Grumbly is up. Okay. Double check. There goes YouTube. All right. All right. Well, let me check the sound. And see just to be sure. Well, yep, I am me. My voice still sounds just as horrid as ever. Thank you very much to my lung condition for all the infections in my vocal box that got to that. Well, oh well. You never know. I used to sing baritone and borderline bass in show choir, would you? Whew! Now I got this in town. All right, everybody, how's it going? So, we are going to do a quick chit-chat here. Hopefully everything's in time. But yes, we are going to talk a little bit about ba-doom-ba-doom-ba-doom-ba. We were talking about this the other day. And we all know I had a great Lion's Den solution to the Israel-Hamas kerfuffle. And I'll rewind just a little to say that I said that we should have a Palestinian state now. I mean, an autonomous Palestinian state. And I want Israel to F off and leave it alone. No going out in the ocean blockading. No saying, oh, but they're bringing in weapons or anything. Don't think I'm just picking on Israel. Because I'm looking at Palestine. Yeah, I'm going to call it that for this. I'm looking at you, Palestine. I'm looking at you, pal. And I'm going to say, I don't want a rocket lobbed across the border. I don't want one of your little buddies with a vest strapped on going over to Israel. I don't want you shooting ice cubes out of a slingshot. That's it. I want both of you to sit down, shut the F up, and let it go. That's what I was saying. And I was saying whichever one. Now that gives Palestine their vaunted, we need our autonomous, we need to be Palestine for the first time ever, by an actual nation of Palestine. I said, fine. But this is your shot. This is it. You frig it up, and we make you into a glass factory or a kitty litter factory, whatever. You know, one of my viewers at the time had to say, you'll realize that cat litter is made of clay, not sand. I'm like, come on, man. There's some of that cat litter that's kind of sand looking. But I said, whichever one violated it, I didn't care if it was Israel or Palestine. Yeah, I'm not going to stop doing that. I think that one should have been made the glass factory. Deleted. Done. Well, and I said at the time, if I had to choose which one would violate this, I said it would be, it would be Hamas. It would be Palestine. It would be Gaza. And, well, lo and behold, what happens? Yep. These idiots, they didn't make it barely. Within 72 hours of the withdrawal of Israel forces, I know this is from a couple days ago, of Israeli forces, all Israeli hostages living in Gaza will be released, blah, 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 blah. But what happens? Pretty much, within 72 hours, we get Hamas just can't do it. They can't stop. They got to go out and start shooting. Hamas breached the ceasefire, delaying hostage return, massacring Gazans, and that is a thing we're going to show in a little bit here. Refusing to disarm, leave Gaza. They also took some shots at Israel. At least Israeli people occupying certain parts right now, getting out. They're supposed to be leaving, but they took shots at them. My Lord. It's from October 19th, 2 days ago. Hamas broke a ceasefire in Gaza by firing on Israeli soldiers via sniper and RPG attacks. They also murdered Palestinians opposed to them, remaining in control of Gaza. Israel responded to these violations. Yeah, so they're firing back. But I mean, come on. Let's take it. Let's hear it from, was it Troy Yinkst? Is that his name? But let's hear it real quick, and then we'll move on. Yeah, I need to. People are going, man, you got those old headphones. Like, yeah, but they work.
It's not good news. The Israeli military is currently striking the Gaza Strip.
Whoop.
They say Hamas violated the ceasefire agreement. I spoke with one military official who said 2 separate attacks took place inside Israeli-controlled territory.
And just in case you're wondering, okay, well, but Israel's lying. You know, Israel, you can't trust Israel. They will lie. There's about independent sources that said, yeah, that's what they're doing. Our own network, satellites in the air, whatever you want to call it, we're going, yep, and I'm sure Trump is just flipping happy as crap on this, but, so yeah, nice job, and we'll go a little more, but this is going to be a long stream. I'm trying to break my streams up a little more.
One of them an RPG attack and the other a sniper attack conducted by Hamas. Most of the strikes this morning have taken place in the southern Gazan city of Rafah, but there is at least one report of a strike in the northern part of the enclave. This was a difficult moment for Israeli forces, having to make a decision about whether or not to start striking Gaza again. We also understand at this moment.
Now, me personally, I would have said no. I know some people are going to look at me, oh, you just think the Israelis supposed to be shot at? Yeah, get out. Get out, leave. Just freaking leave. For once, leave. That's it. If none of your soldiers got offed, leave. Totally get out of the way, and then you look at the world. See, Israel could have looked at the world, could have looked at the United States and went, what the F? We did this. We backed off. We said ceasefire, and look, once again, now Hamas just proved our point. But oh no, Israel had to shoot back too. Now you both look like asses. I don't care if, oh, Hamas did it first. Half the people out there aren't going to look at that. You just saw some people that are just on the border or don't really like you going, yeah, but they shot back. Did an Israeli soldier get himself killed? No? Then you should have just left and then said, then appealed to the world, appealed to Trump and gone, hey, we did your ceasefire. What happened? But no, you had to shoot back. So I'm going to put a little bit of, yes, I am going to put a little blame on Israel for not just saying, this is stupid. Hey, world. Hey, Trump, look. You know? Because then it would have been 100% on Hamas. Just they can't help themselves. Where Hamas was like, we can't do it. We got to off somebody. River to the sea, you know. But then Israel, should we walk away? No, get up. I mean, this is thousands of years of hatred. This is why I just don't think America should be involved in any way. Unless you want to buy weaponry from us. You want to buy some weaponry from us. Hey, you know, bring your money. Let's go. Let's go. Giving them money? Giving them stuff? Nope. Yeah, so right now, this could have been 100% on Hamas. Right now, I'm going to say it's 75% on Hamas. But Israel could have been better about this and saved themselves a little PR issue. And now the Jew haters can, the Jewish people, you know, they fought back. They're all shooting. The Jewish just couldn't wait. Ignoring that Hamas did this.
Moment that there are warnings from the U.S. State Department against Hamas. Overnight, a statement was released by the U.S. State Department saying, quote, the United States has informed the guarantor nations of the Gaza peace agreement of credible reports indicating an imminent ceasefire violation by Hamas against the people of Gaza. And so we're looking at 2 separate things here. 1, an attack by Hamas overnight on Israeli forces within the Gaza Strip. And 2, a warning from the U.S. State Department that Hamas is planning to target Palestinian civilians or the forces that are currently opposing their...
Yeah, so these are the great people, by the way. These are the great Hamas freedom fighters. How long now? And this is where I'm going to give Israel and even a lot of the, I'll call it right out, anti-Palestinian, anti-Gazan, whatever people have been talking about. Hamas is a bunch of crapheads. They're pieces of shit. Billions and billions and billions in aid has been given into the Gaza Strip. It's an insane amount of money, but it's all been grabbed up by Hamas or Hamas sympathizers and used to make weaponry and a tunnel system and bombs and everything else. not for peace, not for feeding the people, not for making lives better there. And people have been saying this forever, and everybody's like, oh, F you, that's not true. Great, evil Israel. No. And here's what happened. Here's actual proof. Actual proof. And it will show a little bit here, what I can show. Actual proof where Israel goes, okay, we're going to do the ceasefire. Hamas turns around and goes, how dare you? We can't do it. We got it. We got to get us some Jews. To Hamas, Jews are Pokemon. Got to catch them all. With lead and boom booms. Now, Israel, like I said, shouldn't have fired back. If none of their soldiers were killed, shouldn't have fired back. Should have left and then looked at President Trump going, what the F, man? Looked at the United Nations, look at the world, go, what the F? Proves our point. Now it also proves the point that the Hamas people don't give up their horrid humans because now they're going to off the Palestinians. Anybody in Gaza that doesn't agree with their keeping the war going, wait, you want peace? You don't want bombs falling into your neighborhoods? Allah Akbar, we got to get you. You now are an enemy. I don't know if I got the accent right, but who cares? This is the horrendousness of these people. And it proves a lot of what Israel or Israel supporters have been saying true. Right there. They can't stop themselves, and they'll just off anybody, including the great Gazan Palestine people.
Civilians or the forces that are currently opposing their rule inside Gaza.
Let me back up just a second.
To target Palestinian civilians, Israeli forces within the Gaza Strip, and 2, a warning from the U.S. State Department that Hamas is planning to target Palestinian civilians or the forces that are currently opposing their rule inside Gaza. All of this comes as Hamas released the bodies of 2 additional hostages overnight. We do know the name of...
But a lot of bodies. You notice that? A lot of bodies. Now, here's the thing. One, I want to hear any Gaza Palestine supporter come out and square this. Come out and square this. You had your ceasefire. You had a shot, a big shot at a free Palestine, and effed it. Now, as for I want to hear you square that with me. Bring it in and square it with me. Feel free to comment later. I know, whatever. A tiny channel like mine popping up with a live stream, almost nobody, I get it. But if you run into this later, square it with me. Now, 2, all these bodies of the hostages being released. Do you think we'll ever find out what shape these bodies are released in? Or any autopsy showing what that was done to these bodies before? I'm not doing it because of grossness. But you need to know what type of crap these people were doing to these people. What type of crap the Hamas and the Palestinians were doing to them. Yeah, I get to mock the Palestinians right now because it seems like too much is true and everybody's going to go after hate on Israel no matter what. But yeah. I would like to, unfortunately, not like to, but we need to see any evidence of what condition these people's bodies were released in and what was done before they died or what killed them. Because if they were doing horrendous stuff, that is something the world needs to know. You can't go, well, what does it matter? You can't do a Hillary Clinton. At this point, what does it matter? Well, it matters. It matters. As much as the crap people say about Israel and the crap going back and forth about Palestine and these people, then we need to know facts. The facts are, if somebody's saying these Hamas and Palestine people are brutal animals, then we need to know what was done to these people. What was done? You need to know. So, let me get through this and I'll see if there's anybody in the chat.
One of those hostages from a kibbutz in the southern part of Israel. His name is Ronen Engel, and Israeli authorities released his name overnight after informing his family. This means that there are still 16 bodies belonging to hostages inside Gaza. Those bodies are supposed to be released by Hamas as part of this agreement, and they've been trickling out so far since the agreement went into place. But again, the latest information that we have right now, Israeli forces are indeed striking the Gaza Strip. The military confirms to Fox News after they say Hamas violated the ceasefire agreement.
Now, here's a quick question I have. This is for Israel. Okay, so Hamas took a couple of sniper shots at you and launched an RPG attack of some type. Does that mean time to go fully back in and start striking the Gaza Strip? What does that strike me? Does that mean they're using artillery, aircraft, what's going on. Because, I don't want to play this game. And I'm going to, like I said, I don't want to be involved in this BS. But Hamas started this, but I don't want Israel going, well, now we got an excuse to just go back in wholesale. No. You should have got your people away and then gone to Trump and go, F this. What the F, Mr. Trump? Come on. What the F, United Nations? What the F, world? Well, no. Now Israel's striking. Come on. Jeez Louise. Hey, Jimmy was every comment I made keeps disappearing. F in YouTube. Jimmy, I don't know if you have a Rumble account, but you can feel free to head over to the Rumble chat and toss stuff in there. And if it's something I can clean up and post, I will. Lions Den WS6 on Rumble, and I can't share it in the chat here because for some reason my chat window at the bottom to type anything is gone. I can see you guys, but I can't type anything there. Unless I do it on this screen, but I got too much going over here at the moment. And I'm stupid. So feel free to stop over there if it's still erasing. What's up, Joel? If you want at least 150 viewers, you can buy CNN for sale again. Yeah, but Jimmy, do I want them viewers? I mean, it's all the Q-tips. They were at the No Kings protests. They're trying to lure America into direct contact warfare. Now, Joel, who are you talking about? Are you talking about Hamas or Israel? And I'm putting most of the blame for this right on Hamas. Hamas couldn't do it. As I said, I gave the Lions Den Accords here. When this went into effect, I said, here's what we should do. Give Palestine their freedom. But if they violate it, boop, glass factory. I am all for it. I would tell the Palestinians right now today, so once again, if it was President Lions Den, I would come out and make a clear statement to all the people in Palestine. I'm going to keep using Palestine for them for right now. You tell them, you have exactly 7 days to expel Hamas. Or you think what Israel's been doing has been not targeted enough. Well, guess what? We're going to Moab the Gaza Strip. We are going to make you into a glass or kitty litter factory. You have 7 days. Get them out. We're done. You had your shot. You broke it again. That's it. If you want any other chance at Palestine existing or happening, get Hamas out now. 7 days. Done. And get the rest of them hostages out in 2. But that's just me. I am much tougher than Donald Trump. I think Trump is being kind of a wiener at times. Love the guy, but he's still being a little bit of a wiener. So they're trying to lure him. But I am going to give some of this on to Israel. Israel doesn't have to respond wholesale. Get your guys out and then go to Trump. Seriously, go to all the allies. You had a shot to be above this and go, world, we were proven right. So, yeah. But yeah, so. And this one, Israel has violated the ceasefire deal again. It's by restriction of aid. Once again, as I said, I don't want any of this BS. I don't want Israel playing games with aid or blockading or saying, well, you can't bring this in. F you. If they're going to be sovereign Israel, it's when they F with you. So I'm tired of this. And I don't know if this is true because a lot of these people lie their asses off. So now they're talking about how they are offing people inside. Hamas is offing people in Gaza because they don't want to keep fighting and killing people. There are some people in Gaza who want the killing to stop, who want their last remaining standing buildings and functioning water fountains or whatever still to work, who may want their kids to actually go to school and learn something besides hate the Jews. They may be going, damn, we'd like to keep Palestine as maybe a possibility someday. And Hamas can't stand that. They're like, how dare you? So they're out and they're shooting their own, which once again proves a lot of Israel supporters Yeah, see? We told you, they're animals. If Hamas continues to kill people in Gaza, which was not the deal, we will have no choice but to go in and kill them. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Let's go. That was 2 days ago. I told you what I'd do. Make my 7-day announcement. President Lyons then goes, people of Gaza, you got 7 days to get them out. Hell, 5 now. 5 days. Get Hamas out, or for any of you who want to leave Gaza, to leave. Because unlike Israel, we're not coming in with little bitty bombs. We're going to glass factory that place in 5 days. That's it. We're done. That will cure this problem one way or a flippin' other. You got 5 days to run or 5 days to expel Hamas. Done. We're done with this. We are finally going to step in and stop this decades-long war. Somebody's going to have to win, and guess what? Since Hamas violated, you just negated your equal footing with Israel in this. Done. That's just me. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Jay Watterson, what is it? I love how he enters doing that. Nice, man. That's another thing, the UNRWA school books. But yeah, I'm tired of this. I just, want them gone. I mean, if there's anybody trying to, I still would love to see somebody try to defend Hamas on this. And this weak sauce down here. Israel violated the ceasefire deal. Restriction of aid. I don't know. Ceasefire to me means don't shoot at each other. But I don't want Israel fugging around either. If this is real, I don't know. From what little I've learned, this is shaky, fast at best. But yeah, I'm done. This ain't gonna be a long stream, guys. I'm just trying to I'm trying to get myself into the rhythm of doing more short streams and getting things in there. And trying to pick single or only 2 topics and try not to get myself bogged down in too many 2-3 hour streams. I'd rather do more. But thanks for stopping in. I am trying to change my timetables a little bit too. I see you guys on Rumble. Thank you for stopping in. If anybody wants to chat, and you have an account on Rumble, feel free. I do check the chat. If you do not, I can't post it over there. Or can I? Oh, the Rumble account's working. The Rumble chat is working. The YouTube chat on my other computer is having a problem. But this is a link to the YouTube chat if you don't have a Rumble account. You can feel free to stop over there and chat. Other than that, I will check Rumble chat off and on. And you can feel free to be as saucy as you want on Rumble. That's why I keep them separate and on a different computer over here next to me, because I can look at it and try to clean it up to put it so I can voice your concerns on YouTube. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But no, I told you, the Lion's Den way of dealing with this: give Palestine everything they want. Tell Israel, F off. Tell Palestine, you F off, you F with Israel. Whoever violates glass factory. I would be very close to glass factorying the living bejesus out of that whole Gaza area right now. And I might even look at Israel. So here's where I might piss Israel off too. I may just want to go and piss off both sides here. I would go, yeah, we're going to glass factory it, and it's going to be ours. If we got to waste our time and munitions and money on this, ours. No more of this kerfuffling around and giving it back and going, here, Israel. No, ours. Hey, Israel, guess what? You just got the United States as neighbors, and don't think we're all buddy-buddy with you. We're watching you. So that's me. So like I said, I can piss off both sides. But, and I'm going to be as careful as I can about this. Here. So I'm not sure if anybody's done weird stuff to this. YouTube is goofy about some of the stuff, but this is news, YouTube. This is pure news, not sensationalism. There is a difference, and YouTube, your own guidelines say as much. This is from the Gaza Strip. Hamas went from tent to tent, shooting their own people. People that didn't want to just keep going, end all Jews. People going, this is stupid, let's stop this war. How dare you? Funk. That's what's going on. Hamas gunmen executed anyone who dared to oppose him inside Gaza's displacement camps. That is just, come on, Hamas, Palestine supporters, bring it. Come on, square this. Now that doesn't show anything, YouTube. That's not graphics. Why I picked this one. It's from a distance and behind that wall. So don't go goofy. I know big channels can show this. I made sure I'm trying to be as unkerfuffly as possible. That's where I'm going to stop. That's where I'm going to stop. And I will reshare this to Lion's Den on, or you can go over here to Bright Mind. Lion's Den WS6 on X and look at it. But that's as far as I can go because that is a little more in the open afterwards. And I'm not trying to be sensational, just trying to show you this is what's going on. These people are flipping animals. And not to be an ass, half the Middle East is people that wipe their butts with their bare hands still. There's a reason they shake with one hand because traditionally you don't shake with the hand you wipe your ass with. It's called an insult to shake with that hand. So you shake with the other hand. So it's goofy. So I can't show you much more than the 6-second mark. But if you look, I'm not even going to blow it up because I'm being careful. I'm following YouTube's guidelines. It's behind this wall until they get around this corner. Like I said, go to Bright Mind or I just shared it. I shared it on Lion's Den WS6 on X. So yeah. Hey, Bunny, what's up, hon? That is insane. And he comes around, he's shooting more people back here. Now, I just don't see, I don't see how any of these Palestinian supporters, including that crazy lady who goes on Pierce Morgan a lot of times, I don't see how she's got any leg to stand on anymore. Biatch, you had your shot. This could have led, if it had stayed, this could have led to a possible two-state solution. If I was in charge, it would have. But now you have probably fudged it into a mud hole. Yeah, I like this. To all the free Palestine people, Hamas is now committing genocide inside Gaza, lining up anyone who they think collaborated with Israel. Not just collaborated with Israel, just doesn't want to keep the war going. Doesn't want to keep funding Hamas with what little they got left. Doesn't say, yeah, let's just off all the Jews. This is worth it. Hey, maybe we're not on board with your religious zealot hatred. Oh, yeah? Hello, bing. This whole area of the world is funny because it used to be the cradle of civilization. And then they just stopped. As the rest of civilization kept advancing, there are a couple continents that stopped. They hit the brakes and have not advanced up. They are way behind us. Way behind us morally. Sorry, they are. They're way behind us in how they want to live. And, whew, that's, yeah. Will you be protesting against this? Yeah, I'd love to see that, wouldn't you? I'd love to see that. People in Gaza posting videos of all the time have caught Hamas shooting and beating death people. So, yeah. And the people in Gaza don't do anything about it. They'd rather bitch at the Jews. Just saying. It's kind of crazy. That's, you know. Oh, thank you very much, Bunny. I do appreciate that. Yes, please give me a thumbs up whether you're watching this live or in a little while when I'm not live. I appreciate it. And thank you again to the people on Rumble. I do see you over there, and I am checking the chat regularly to see what is going on, see if you guys do want to talk. You know, Rumble, weirdly, even when a lot more people watch my streams on my stream on Rumble, people don't chat much on Rumble. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? I think this is stupid. I am tired of it. I think we need to not be there. I'm just so tired of it. Like I said, this was going to be a single topic. I got a couple more for later. I'm going to try to do at least one or two more yet. So, but no, I'm going to look at the chat and wait a little bit. I want to see what you guys think. What do you think? Do you think my Lion's Den Accords is the way we should go? Or what I said just now, where you get 5 days to either leave the Gaza Strip, and we're not fucking around. Don't give me this, we won't leave our homes. Fine, then you will die in your homes. You have 5 days to leave or expel Hamas. And we're not talking here's a couple Hamas people. No. Expel Hamas. Stand up, fight back for your Palestine you want so bad. If you want Palestine, I'll even call you Gazans Palestinians for this. If you Palestinians want your Palestine, you must stand up and show a modicum of nuts and actually fight for it. Instead of going, well, we can't do anything because Hamas has all the weapons. It's too bad they keep killing Jews. No. You must stand up and fight for your Palestine. Or get out now. You got 5 days. That's what I would do. Glass factory in 5 days if you haven't expelled shit loads of Hamas people. I'm talking everybody, thousands sent out. That's it. Dead or alive, your choice. But I don't want to hear this, well, we don't want to leave our homes. Too bad. Too bad. You're going to turn your homes into transparent aluminum. What movie and TV series is that from? Let's see. I think the noticing will continue. I hope not, because I'm tired of it. If I'm catching what you mean by noticing as we're just going to keep, complaining and not really doing much about it, I hope not. I really don't. I just don't want us even being involved. I think this is stupid. I had some others. I don't know if I bookmarked it, but that one was a little more frisky. I am unsure I could show that one. Let's see. I thought I bookmarked it, but I was screwing around before my stream. Now, that one I'll talk about later. No kings. No, okay. So I didn't. I thought I did. Oh, I know what it was. I changed my... Aha! I know what I did. I did something dumb. There we go. I did something dumb. Now, this one's a little more... This is Ollie London. Hamas opened fire on desperate Palestinian civilians trying to get humanitarian aid. This is old. Now, there's a newest one. Where's the newer ones? Here it is. Come on. That's one of them. Thought there was more than one. I swear I had two of them. I had two, but I know there's a lot of other reports of it, but... let me see. Like I said, I was just going to come in and whine about it. Because we did my stream the other day, That's old. No, not latest top. Have you ever noticed how crappy the latest section works on X? Sometimes you'll know there's stuff out there and it'll say nothing. No, actually I opened with that. Okay, so I did kind of talk about what I wanted to with this. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Besides the noticing will continue. I want it done. I want us out of it. Of course, I want us out of Ukraine just as much. I want Russia, Ukraine to fix itself too. I want Europe to fix their own shit. I'm at the point where I want America out of all these wars. I'm not saying be isolationists, but you got wars of long time hatred, wars where people like the European Union could handle their own shit, their own backyard for once. Fire up your military, fire up your euro, spend your money, your military over there. We don't get aid from any country. We have a natural disaster, really. The only aid we get is a teeny piddle. Yet we're expected to give money and aid and be everywhere to help everybody else. I want us out. I want the European Union to take care of, Russia, Ukraine. I want the Israel, Hamas thing to take care of itself. The only thing I would do is I would be America in the Middle East going, any other country that gets involved, then you talk to us. So that's me. But honestly, I think that's just all I wanted to really talk about. I'm going to come in and do a little video on that. But we will come back. I have something to talk about with Canada here in a little bit. So, yeah. I'll wait a second, see if anybody's got anything to chat about on it, or any questions, or any suggestions you would like to hear for a video later today. But I'm kind of adjusting and going to what I like, what interests me, what annoys me. And this annoyed me. I just don't think it's going to get better. Actually, let's take a quick look. See if there's anything new. Let's see what AI comes up with. There's a good idea. October 19th and 20th, Israel and Hamas accused each other of violating. No. That's not what happened, Google. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. They started shooting. So, yeah. Anti-tank missile and gunfire. It's, RPG, but yeah. Israeli troops demanding infrastructure in Rafah area. Yeah, attack killed 2 soldiers. Well, we got videos of Hamas going after people. You know, yeah. So, I mean, here's some from October 9th. Moments after the ceasefire is announced, tanks of the regime opened fire on Palestinians simply trying to return home to Gaza City. Captured live by Al Jazeera English. Even during a truce, they shoot at civilians. That's rough. Now, if he's talking about regime, is he talking about Israel? I don't know. I didn't see what they're writing there. I mean, that sounds like he's talking about
الذي لربما نعم هذه غارة جوية نعم هذه غارة نعم على الهواء مباشرة غارة جوية بشكل مباشر بالقرب من المواطنين وهذا العدد الكبير من المواطنين الذين كانوا في طريقهم باتجاه مدينة
غزة. Gaza City. So to me that sounds like Hamas right there too was attacking people. Right inside, because I don't know. I hope I would like Trump to actually, I'm not going to say it. But, oops. Oh, it won't let me do it? Okay. I thought it was going to let me highlight, but it won't. Okay. But yeah, this section right here, I'm not going to say it, but I think it's time. A Lattery glass factory, these people. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't think we're going to fix it. All right. We're always there for other countries, but who comes to help us? No. Very rare. I'm not going to say nobody, but it's a pittance of what they could help us. They just don't care to help us. We are at the world's piggy bank. We are the world's punching bag. We are whatever. But if America pulled back from the world right now, I'll say it. If America totally pulled back from the Middle East, it would descend into chaos. Even more than it is. If pretty much all civilized nations pulled back from the Middle East and Africa, they would just descend into even more barbarism. I'll say it. Yeah, I'm just tired of trying to pull people out of, not even sure it's third world nations anymore, fourth world, even lower, barely above the Middle Ages anymore. Funny how they can still have smartphones, but wipe your ass with your hand. Ugh. Oh, they need to help each other, not depend on the United States. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm wondering if the United States and the United Nations have been involved so long and so often and too much where it's given these people the feeling of, well, we don't have to do shit because they're going to stop the wars, or they're going to get involved, or they're going to give us aid, they're going to give us money, whatever. I am wondering if we've been involved enough so often, I'm not just saying America, but United Nations, whatever, NATO, have been involved so much where certain nations have been emboldened to just keep fighting. It's time to help ourselves. Yeah, it's 100% time to help ourselves. We've helped the world into a $38 trillion mud hole of our own. We are. So, I mean, you wouldn't do that in your house. Your neighbor's house needs a remodel. You know, so you give him, you've got $50,000 in the bank, but then you give him $90,000. You take out a loan to help him remodel his house. Well, then you notice he's living in this amazing house and driving a new Chevy Tahoe and stuff. But then you look at your house. And now you don't, not only do you not have money to fix your house or your driveway or your garage, but you're driving a 1997 Kia Metro or something. You're driving, you're barely able to keep the oil in your car. Your kids are wearing parachute pants from the 80s still. Actually, those are pretty cool. So yeah, that's the thing. Somehow it seems okay to just spend ourselves into insane levels of debt right now. Every man, woman, and child right now in America owes $110,000+ to this debt. Now, if you go to buy tax-paying people, it's $362,000 per taxpayer. So yeah, it is time to help ourselves. 100%. 40 minutes. That's good. Sorry, I'm timing myself because I am trying to keep these streams. If I'm going to do single topic, try to keep them shorter. But I will wait for any comments for anybody else, whatever you think. I just don't think I knew it wasn't going to fix it. Here, let me know in the chat. Any of you surprised it was Hamas that broke the ceasefire? Did any of you think it was going to be Israel that broke it? I didn't. And Jay Watterson would throw flip-flops at me like crazy if I had said it. He has an unlimited supply of flip-flops, and he's got a verbatim memory, so that's like California. You dig yourself into that hole, and the country owes you nothing, yeah? Now, California is a clusterfuck. That's where we'll talk a little bit about that, but then we're going to leave it there, and I'll come back later with my talk about Canada. California. I like when people go, it's the 4th biggest economy in the world. Yeah, but it can't support itself without federal dollars. So is it really? I'm just saying. When the wildfires hit, they're always begging for federal dollars. There is so much federal money. When you want to do high-speed rail, all 3 feet of it, to the tune of billions, you come to the federal government for billions. If the economy of California truly was a real thing and wasn't a paper dragon or something on paper, they would be able to look at America, the rest of America, and go, F off. We want to do our crazy lefty bull ass, and we're going to leave the country. We can support ourselves. It's just like people in Illinois. There are people in Chicago. A lot of leftards like to say, Illinois wouldn't live without Chicago. Chicago brings in all the money. And they take it all. Chicago has a failing school district, and they rob money from all the downstate schools to help keep it floating. Chicago has a failing transit system. All these new taxes we're getting everywhere, including the delivery tax they're trying to redo in this state. Except everybody in Chicago doesn't have to have that delivery tax. All that money is to go for Chicago. The rest of the state is bailing out Chicago. And anybody who says that America can't work without California is stupid. Anybody says that Illinois can't work without Chicago is stupid. And I use Iowa as an example. Iowa, I think the biggest city is Des Moines? Nowhere near the size of Chicago. Look how good Illinois is doing without a Chicago to drag it down. Boot it. I would love to see the new Illinois movement happen and boot Chicago and a good area around it. Excise that prick right out. And then you'll see when Chicago and their new little state fails, the state of Chicago fails, when we cut some of that out of there, you'll know who did what. Illinois, yeah, we won't have the big power of Chicago. We also won't have the big money suck and crime wave of Chicago. Illinois would look a lot more like Indiana, parts of Indiana, and a lot more like Iowa. They're doing fine. So, yeah. But yeah, Joel's not surprised. Yeah. I think a lot of you guys that are on here right now were on when we were talking about my idea of give Palestine what they want, but don't F with it. Don't fudge around. So, yeah. So, to me, if California wants to break off, go for it. Go for it. You can't make it without us. And I would say, by the way, boy, if California ever broke off from the United States, okay, we'll remove all of our military bases and equipment there too. Oh, yeah. In fact, I would do it now. I would do it now. California wants to flaunt federal law enforcement, immigration, you name it. Wants to say they're going to arrest federal agents doing their job. Well, I don't think you need military bases. Close up all the Navy bases, all the military bases, take all the equipment out. All that money would leave California. California would collapse. I mean collapse within a matter of weeks. That's me. All right. Look, guys, I think it's just 45 minutes. Look at that. But anybody watch this later, let me know. Hell, you can even comment on what I just said about Illinois and Chicago, which I'll probably be talking about some too. Let's Illinois. All right, so I will be back a little later. Got some stuff to do with my doggies and some foods and everything else. And I am going to let you go, and I'll be back later. I will try to, just like I did earlier today, try to do a quick post letting you know I'm going to stream live. Also, follow me on LYON'S Den WS6 on X, Rumble, and anything else is, I don't do much on Instagram, though. I've been lazy on Instagram. Oh, well. Doesn't seem to do anything anyway. All right, guys, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Please hit thumbs up on the way out. Much appreciated. And I will talk to you later. Jaxie is upstairs eating. I gave him food before I started the stream because I knew what he would be doing. So, no, I gave him food. He's very happy right now, but nice try. All right, guys, if you got nothing else to talk about, I will scooch out of here because half this stream is what you guys want to say, too, about it. So, don't just listen to my crazy, for guys wearing my Tron shirt ass. Boy, Tron Ares is really bombed. All right. I'll talk to you guys here in a little while. And we are going to talk in a little while about Canada. Ho, ho, ho. You think, boy, oh boy, you think. Nice template for what our lefties wanted to do here. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Thank you for stopping in. And I will see you in